Yo, welcome to the CornaStore Podcast. This is our official first episode. Hopefully many more to come. My name is Marcus, aka Nelly. I'm here with some of my closest friends. My boy E, Rob, Phil. I'm pretty sure down the road we might come up with some type of nicknames here and there. But right now, just keep it simple. Together, we are the Goodfellas. So going forward, the Goodfellas all will be just us four. We may have some guests in between those episodes to keep it kind of fresh. But without further ado, everybody introduce yourself. We go from there.
I'm E, Southside CornaStore.
Hey, this is Rob, aka Mister. I'm just here to have some fun and have some long-form conversation. I mean, it's not every day I get to do this. We in the grind every day, going to work, coming home, and I got nothing but women in my household. So it's just a good way just to get together with the fellas, just talk about some different subjects. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about it.
Yo, what's up? This Phil, low end, east side, Chicago.
But y'all in the game making now,
Yeah, nah. Just represent man. We in this boy from Chicago, man.
All 80s babies, I came out from, well, this
Well,
semester.
you the only 80s baby.
Well, we grew up in the 80s, and I started out in the Ida Wells projects out in the low end. Then I made my way towards the Grand Crossing area. So,
I was born and raised in Inglewood. 63rd in Peoria was where I was raised. We moved to 59th and Loomis, and then we moved to 62nd and 63rd Street between 63rd and Bishop and Laughlin. And that's pretty much what my teenage years was pretty much from there. So I'm all the way Inglewood, Southside, all day. So
Same for me, all the way Southside, Inglewood, 61st and Walker, 68th and Oakley. Just representing. That's why I met all these fellas at. Let's start this up, man.
And so we went around just tell y'all guys where we from, where we actually grew up at. There's one thing that all those hoods had in common. Anybody care to share?
They all had projects?
No. They all had corner stores.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, they all had corner stores. Y'all suck, man. Y'all put pick that one up. But they all had corner stores. And if you ain't from the hood and you don't know what a corner store is, then you might need to get your ghetto car pulled. But everybody had corner stores, and at those corner stores, you can get meat,
Diapers,
aluminum foil, whatever you need.
Phillips head, screwdrivers,
Right. Anything.
that was our first Amazon store.
Basically.
original Amazon.
Basically. And I believe if you short a couple dollars, he'll let you slide.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody talking about this coronavirus and all that. Did anybody know them guys that meat was even real? They was cooking in the back.
Hell no.
Yeah, give me a pound of ground beef and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
You know, did we ever see them make the ground beef?
Nah.
Now that I think about it, it's kind of disgusting. But
That was our spot, though.
that was the spot. That was before the Food for Lesses and the Jewels.
All those big box stores taking over. So yeah.
So, but you know, that's the corner store to me. And so, what I want this podcast kind of to reflect is, you know, with our life and what we might have to bring to the conversation from our life, from sports, from entertainment. So our conversation might be all over the spot. So this is kind of like our one-stop hub of just the conversation. That's why this is called the Corner Store.
Yep. We here.
So with all that being said, let's get into it, fellas. We kind of a week behind the situation, but let's talk about the Chicago NBA All-Star game that just happened after like 30 years.
Yeah, they took a long time to come back to Chicago.
And they gonna take another long time to come back.
Nah, just to throw this out there, what's the politics of why did it take 30 years for them to come back? I mean, what was the story behind that? Like, do anybody know that?
I think people scared of Chicago, man.
I think it had a lot to do with the expansion. A lot of large markets needed to get the opportunity to have an all-star game there. I mean, It hasn't repeated anywhere else, has it?
Yeah, repeated in L.A.,
New Orleans,
New
York.
New York. I want to say Orlando, Houston.
Yeah.
They done hit it some. Yeah, they done hit it some everywhere a couple of times.
So it ain't no excuse then.
Right.
Oh, you know what? They probably didn't want to come here because they knew it was going to be cold.
And that's the only thing I can say, man. Probably the weather.
They had it in New York, which is a cold weather city.
Cold as hell.
Yeah.
It ain't
Shout
cold
out
in
to the
Chicago.
New Yorkers, though, yo.
Yeah.
Chicago had all the rappers on the radio talking about how cold it was, though. They weren't complaining about New York like they complained about Chicago.
Nah.
But honestly though, this All-Star weekend this year was probably one of the best in a long time.
And that's why.
Successful.
That's why.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of salty that I wasn't able to go.
Man.
Them tickets are ridiculous, man.
Man.
And I didn't really have to go to the actual game. You know, I could have went to the All-Star, the dunk contest, the three-point contest. Man, them tickets are ridiculous, man. I just wanted to be, and I you ever listen to All the Smoke podcast with
Nah.
Steve and my Bond?
Yeah, I listened.
They was in Chicago that
Yeah.
weekend. I could have went to something like that.
Everybody was here that weekend.
But you know what, you-
Undisputed first
Yeah.
stage.
You got to be
I just
really,
wish I
really
was-
tuned into what they got going on, though. Because they ain't like they out here to broadcast and they going to be here. Like, Kenny Smith had a party.
Or more than
I know a lot of people didn't know about that. A couple of other non-basketball or basketball-affiliated people had parties all over Chicago. That you only going to know if you, like, in that industry, like, or in that party industry.
Now, as far as a Kenny Smith party, is that like an invitation only, or can anybody just go up there?
As far as I know, it was an open event, but you gotta keep in mind, like when celebrities travel, they generally have someone in the area they going to
Mhm.
that's going to broadcast it to people that of that tier. You know what I'm saying? They not just gonna broadcast it to every
But still,
dick and
though,
time
man,
in the neighborhood. They gonna try to get all of the models to come out and
But
all
still,
of
though,
that.
I still feel kind of slighted because it's like you either gotta know somebody, like you said, or you gotta have the money. You know, what about the people
Definitely
on
gotta
our
have the
end? They just want to experience All-Star Weekend for the first time and whenever. You know, why do we gotta spend so much money to, I guess, the celebrity watch the whole night?
Well, I mean, Nas and 50 Cent was down there on by the Riverwalk. You could have just walked up on them if you was lucky.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like, man, I wish I would have had the opportunity to just kind of mingle in the crowd for a second, you know?
I think if it was 20 years ago, when we was hot, thirsty young men, we probably would have found a way to make it happen.
Life kind of beat us down lately, man. I mean, we all married, got kids, we working full-time jobs. I mean, honestly, I just don't have like that thirst to go out All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay home, honestly.
Yeah, I had the thirst to go out. My wife just didn't let me out. Y'all say what y'all want. My wife won't let me go down.
Actually, I make fun of my wife.
Speaking of
because-
my wife, she had one job. I told her this a year and a half ago. I said, babe, the NBA All-Star Game is coming to Chicago. All I want is a ticket to go somewhere. She had one job.
She didn't do it.
She didn't follow through with it, man. That
What
was
you say
it.
about your wife, G?
Nah, Cassie asked me if she can go out both Friday, Saturday night for All-Star Weekend because her AKA girls, they had parties to go to. I'm
Of
like,
course.
fine.
Mm.
I had no issue with it. On that Friday night, it was like maybe less than 10 degrees outside.
Mm.
Little did she know that it was like a line outside. They had to wait. They was outside waiting in like sub-zero type. Oh, I'm sorry, sub
Yeah.
temperatures.
Yeah.
And I guess it left a bad taste in her mouth. So she just went home. I was so shocked to even see her like come in early, and then like the very next morning I was making fun. I was like, hey, so you had your single woman wake up call, huh? Ain't nothing down these streets, so you was better up at home with me. So
Man, I had one of my wife's cousins came up from Atlanta to kick it because she knows Yo Gotti, I think his name is. And you know, she partied with him down there in Atlanta all the time. I guess they cool or whatever. So he was up here for that event I invited y'all to. Well, told y'all we might want to go there.
Oh, in Congress, right?
Yeah. Fabulous
yeah.
ain't show up. They was talking about fuck Fabulous.
He
So if he didn't show up,
He-
it was
he
Moneybag
he
Yo
came
too.
the next day.
Moneybag Yo too, right?
Moneybag Yo, not Yo Gotti. Yeah, Moneybag Yo.
Oh.
Yeah, that dude.
Okay.
But yeah, she was like, she went to the event that we was talking about going to. She got in, of course, with the luxury tax. She didn't pay nothing. And as expected, she was like, it was a trap house in there. They wasn't checking for weapons. They was in there fighting. Fabulous ain't show up. They was japping about.
If you was
For the record, Fabulous ended up kicking it with Nas.
If you didn't Fabulous, would you want to go to a Moneybag Yo concert?
It was supposed to be Fabulous, Moneybag Yo,
They totally different.
And when I saw the names of that, you know, we know our music. Yeah.
Right.
When you say Moneybag Yo, and I mean, I want him to blow up and do his thing.
I like him.
But he not the same caliber as Fabulous. So when I seen him on the same ticket, I'm like,
well, you got to think about it too. Like, no disrespect to Fabulous, but who listening to Fabulous right now?
everybody.
Who listening? Who buying Fabulous music?
Everybody.
I got a supervisor at my job that play Fabulous all the time. Especially because I thought, you like Fabulous?
How old is the supervisor?
Like 23?
Fabulous
I'll take it
and
back.
Fabulous,
You may be wrong.
no, Fabulous is still,
What
and he's
Fabulous
still
on the
relevant.
radio right now?
That's Chicago radio. You gotta understand that.
Okay, we in Chicago. We talking about All Star Weekend. What song did you hear All Star Weekend with Fabulous on?
Probably
No
That
bullshit.
104.3.
Bullshit.
Yeah, the bullshit. You didn't hear bullshit.
No bullshit.
And
Oh, that was a
Brooklyn.
new freestyle he just did.
No, the
That's the whole
freestyle.
album,
That's
G.
the whole album. That's the
That's
whole
on the
bomb. It's
album.
called Bomb.
Bomb, yeah.
Okay,
called
but
Bomb.
that's what something he made about Kobe though, ain't it?
No, to Chicago. He made one from Chicago.
Oh, okay, I thought that was.
And that shit
I
was
thought he did a
that's
song
a-
about.
that's a whole song.
about Kobe.
Yeah, he
All right,
did
so
some
Fabulous got us something on the radio,
stuff.
but I look at it like Moneybag Yo take you into 2 Chainz, and 2 Chainz get you closer to Fabulous. In terms of
Okay,
just
I see.
demographic.
I see a
Okay.
lot.
So he
Okay.
pulling off of the young cats to stay.
I mean, because
to stay relevant.
Moneybag Yo has no type of lyrical breakdown.
Nah, right.
2 Chainz
Is
is a
he-
little bit more lyrical than
For real?
Moneybag, and then you got
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Okay.
I guess that's how,
Hey.
that still don't make any sense.
Fabulous.
And you gotta go through age groups too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
like,
So
right.
that kind of time.
And
but
Fabulous stayed with the older age crowd,
Right.
like exactly where we wasn't fighting.
he ain't
shit
part of
like
this
before.
generation. I don't care if he got a song.
He adapt. He the one rapper right now. I still say he old school with us, but he still like relevant with the young crowd.
What you talking about? What you talking about?
Fab.
Fab. You know what I'm saying?
But see, Fab always seemed to be. He always seemed to be relative. He just don't get no credit.
He don't get the credit. He right there in the
You
middle.
can't say somebody relevant and they don't get credit. That don't even make sense.
He's relevant, but he don't get the fucking credit. Now, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say it
He's
again.
relevant to the industry, but not to the casual hip hop fan. I would probably say that.
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. No, y'all would agree
But
with me. What he said.
I'm saying this though, but like
Y'all
the man got a great catalog though.
Yeah, he got an excellent catalog.
I mean,
but
they
he
play.
ain't playing on the
I'm into
radio.
you so much. You know, that's like
Now, who's the headliner between 2 Chainz and Fabulous?
Fabulous.
2 Chainz. Clearly.
well,
See?
come on,
Right
man.
now?
Right.
See,
Are you
Right now,
serious?
it's
Right
Fabulous.
now? Not even
Fabulous.
close. 2 Chainz is doing too much right now. If you don't know what 2 Chainz is
Can I
doing,
say this? 2 Chainz is really overrated.
I don't even see him in terms of quality of rapper. I'm
Like
just saying,
sometimes he would give
he
me
doing a lot.
some lines that's like, okay, I hear you, and then sometimes he just feel like he be too trying to do that young shit. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm
he
saying.
gave us
We
birthday
all
song. That's all I
old.
needed from that.
We all
cat.
old.
Yeah.
That shit.
Just accept it. We all old, and we want to tie our days back to the days when Fab was hot like that. But you got in terms of hotness. If you talking about Fab and 2 Chainz,
Man,
ain't
listen.
nobody waiting for Fabulous to drop no album.
Listen.
Except for all people born in the 80s.
You'd be
and 70s.
surprised,
listen.
man.
Listen,
You'd be
man.
surprised.
I ain't that surprised.
Man, listen, Fabulous will probably outsell any of these cats nowadays. Period.
Yeah, he better than them. We come out lyrics, but who the hell? These young kids listening to plain stupidity.
When did Fab come out?
Back in
I wanna say
like
98.
early
Nah,
2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, 98.
Come on, man. You play this right now, Phil.
I played that shit last night before the fight.
You can
play
play
this-
Michael Jackson Thriller right now. What's your point? That's some old shit too, nigga.
Well, I'm just saying,
Still
the
go back to it.
man got a catalog.
But you talking about?
Let's drape into the game.
All right,
Let's go
let's
to the
take
dunk
it out, let's
contest.
take it.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
kick it to the dunk contest. The real shit.
Okay.
They robbed him.
Did they
again.
rob him?
And then, but, hey, before we go there, I did see something on Twitter recently that had a better angle of him when he jumped over Taco. It didn't really look that impressive from that angle.
No, he got all down.
Yeah, it didn't look that impressive
I
from the angle that I
understand.
saw.
But the man's still 7'5", 7'6".
Yeah, but what I saw,
That's still
my
100%
man
though.
was standing up, but then he did all of this.
Right, he pretty much came down.
Yeah, he came down to him. I don't think it was the cleanest dunk. After looking at it.
I think it was more the fact that it was Taco that made it seem like it was a big deal.
Right.
Because, I mean, you look at the dunk contest, it was a lot of through your leg dunks. Like, it seemed like every
He
good
probably would have
dunk,
got
they
a
went
perfect
under
score
the legs.
had he made it like the first attempt.
Right.
He'd have been in two of the best dunk contests of all time
And lost.
and lost. People say he got robbed the
Okay,
first time. I think Zach Levine might have won.
let's take it back to that first Levine.
I think he lost a little
That
bit
was the dunk contest until recently.
to this one. Yeah.
I think Gordon won the first one too.
Nah. I mean, I can understand people say he got
dude,
robbed.
The one when the thing was turning in the air with the ball.
Yeah.
He catches it
And
under
it
his
goes
legs and dunks it.
This motherfucker Zach Levine windmilled it from the free throw line, and he jumped clearly from the free throw fucking line.
But are you just doing it off of originality?
Windmill from the three-point line. I mean, from the
Free throw. Ain't nobody.
But who catching the spinning ball under your leg and dunk it?
That's
too?
hard, though. That's
Once
hard.
you windmill, then you're gonna lose momentum.
Yeah.
And he wasn't moving shit.
But he
Rob,
windmilled from the free throw
But
line.
Rob, he caught a spinning ball between his legs. He could have busted his shit. He did it backwards.
Look, hey, Zach Levine doing a 360
The
from the free throw line. Y'all
I'm just
know that,
saying
right?
the degree of difficulty.
Videos, he doing 360.
The degree of
from the free throw
difficulty
line.
to me, that dunk and the windmill to
I
me
seen
is
that
up
dunk
and is
at
down.
Live 95, G.
Now,
So-
that's Jordan
versus
like
Bird.
6'8", right?
Huh?
Gordon's like 6'8",
He's
right?
Right. Yeah.
And how tall is Levine?
No, of course.
about 6'4".
See, that's what makes it more impressive because
Yeah,
he's
6'5". Let me
6'4",
see
and
how
got the
tall
moves like
Zach.
that.
Let me see how tall Zach
That's all.
is.
That's Gordon ain't taller than that. He about 6'11".
But I see that make it even more impressive.
Why? 'Cause he
That a
long?
guy that big can do that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know why Dwight Howard even joined this contest. I mean,
He was a clown.
He was a clown.
he was just a waste
I think
of
he
time.
He's 6'6".
Who?
Zach Levine 6'6".
Okay.
Okay.
Now
And
it's Gordon.
Aaron Gordon is
I think he got robbed. And then the dunk contest was good. What's the young man's name? What team was he from? Miami?
Who, Jones?
he's 6'9".
Yeah.
Oh,
6'9"?
he's 6'9".
You talking about Jones?
Yeah.
Got that one?
He was decent.
Tell you, he was decent. Decent. Hey, trust me. The reason why we still say he got robbed because this was the best two dunk contests. My boy from Miami was getting in.
But then I keep coming back to Gordon though, throwing it off the backboard, turning around, catching it with one hand,
Yeah,
and
he did.
dunking
That
it.
was ugly, G.
The fact that he had 550 dunks and still lose?
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's well. What about the game? The way they
Three-point
switched it
contest.
up.
I
What about
like
the
the
three-point
way they-
contest?
3-point contest.
I didn't see
Three-point
the
contest.
I did. Devin Booker. There's some shooters out there.
Yeah, they was like.
They was lighting it up. Hill.
Who's that guy from Washington?
Exactly. Washington don't get no tick. They might make the 8th seed though. They a nice seed right now, man. They looking good. Y'all might hear us talking about Washington in a couple of weeks on this podcast because they trending up.
Now, is John Wall coming back anytime soon?
Hey man, that boy ain't played basketball since he was in Kentucky, man.
Meaningful
I was just thinking
basketball
about that because Bill got I think it's a so watch flyer or something
For real?
on the train.
Okay.
So I was just wondering,
Bradley
where's
Beal.
John Wall at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he making a
Hey,
little
let
money
me
on
say
the
something.
side.
Bradley Beal averaging damn near 30. You want to talk about niggas getting robbed and he
Yeah,
don't make
he
the
should have been an
All-Star.
all-star team.
Come
yeah.
on, man. They,
I think Derrick Rose should have been back on the All-Star
I
team.
thought so
To
too.
be honestly,
But he got hurt.
He hurt again?
Yeah, that's why he pulled his groin. I know,
Oh.
man. Big ups to Derek though, man.
Bad
That's
time.
my folks, man.
Yeah, Chicago right there.
Yeah.
Southside.
I mean,
Hey, D should come
we
home, though.
represented her. I like how Common brought everybody out. That was
I
decent,
love
something
comedy.
different.
It was kind of borderline cheesy though, but
No,
I get what he was doing though. But
I don't think it was cheesy.
That's how Common is.
Yeah.
His,
cheesy.
I mean,
he
you gotta
not a
understand.
cheesy nigga. He just one of them niggas that's
So he always cool.
he a cool nigga. That's just him, bro.
You gotta think about it.
He a
nigga.
cool hood nigga, G.
He not all that rah-rah, but he cool.
He before us though. You know, he came up when we was like freshmen. He sophomore. He was still backpacking and
Drake,
shit.
You was Canada
We
Dry.
Canada Dry, man. I mean, I'm representing the shots till I die,
You gotta remember,
nigga. Common got
Common
that
ain't just
nigga.
talking to the niggas, man. It was a whole lot of non-black people that was involved with All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, he got a.
But he was on everything though, man. I'm like,
Yeah, he was lit.
And
got-
to
he
me,
got-
he was
he
a
got the
bad.
bag.
And I ain't
He
trying
was
to.
an
I ain't trying to
ambassador.
hate. He was more of a bachelor than it was than Chance.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I
think
mean,
they-
I respect Chance, but like a lot of people say the same thing. I like Chance, but I can't name 3 of his songs. I like Chance, and I can't name 3 of his fucking
he
songs.
got some dope songs.
But he represents the shot so much that whatever the fuck he do, he ain't even gotta be rapping. The way he try to put us up there,
You talking about Chance?
Chance.
Oh, yeah.
I love him for that shit, man. But
Yeah.
Common,
Common
that's a
is
smooth
Common
nigga,
is
man.
Common is Chicago and
That's Chicago, nigga.
And Common, he kind of crossed over too because like you would see him at the Oscars.
Like, man, he got
performing.
an Oscar, a Grammy, a motherfucking Tone. That nigga got it all.
Yeah, that's the dude.
Southside, man. 87th Street nigga type nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he didn't go toe to Hollywood like Kanye did. I don't know what the fuck Kanye doing right now.
Hey, man, we ain't gonna do Kanye.
You don't say that.
I think my wife got a spell on me, nigga, so I understand what he going through.
Wasn't it convenient that it was a Sunday service on All-Star Weekend, right?
Oh, that was intentional.
That was very
But you-
interesting.
Well, you think he just doing it for publicity? He was already here at Soldier Field before. It ain't like
Yeah.
Let him come- why he can't
had,
come home,
he
man?
had the little black trucks riding around down.
give him the shoes
Give
out
him
and
the
shit.
shoes out. So it was definitely
Come
intentional.
on, man.
What happened to Mike though? Where was Mike at?
Hey, folks. What
Oh,
was
yeah.
Mike at, G?
And I sure asked you about the Jordan party, man.
Gee, I ain't seen Michael Jordan. I heard he was on some show about Chicago and everything. They was talking about it, but I didn't see him here. And it's like when Scottie Pippen stood up for the dunk contest, the judge, people lost it. Mike should have been there, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Mike should have been there. And I mean,
Michael Jordan is Chicago, so this,
And he does-
to me
he-
this tarnishes his legacy. To me, it does.
I mean, honestly, I won't say that per se because don't forget,
that's
y'all,
so nigga.
he's still an owner of another NBA team.
Right,
Man,
so
look,
right,
this is sick.
and his team ain't got a fucking all-star, so at least he can come up here and show his face.
Wait, oh that's right, Kimber don't.
Kimber don't play for them no more. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a bad look for him. Man.
I didn't
a lot
like
of people. That's
For the
like
pre-show.
that's
Especially
like
with the
seeing
Kobe
Obama.
thing.
That's like seeing
Right.
Obama.
Obama was here. He was representing.
Yeah.
But just like with the Kobe thing, it would have been nice for him to come out.
For the pre-show, Jordan, he was a part of that.
Hmm?
Like prior to the All-Star game coming on, they had like a little pre-show.
But he wasn't there.
They had a video.
The thing is,
Right, video.
That don't
I
count.
think it's some
Like, he was
personal
doing
stuff
that.
That's what
going
I'm
on
saying. How you gonna
between.
pay tribute to Michael
I think
Jordan?
it's
He don't
some
even-
personal things that went on between Jordan and the Bulls that's keeping him away. Because, like you said, this should have been Jordan should have been here. It's like almost automatic.
Yeah, I mean.
It seems very.
But you know what?
I'm
This
not
was
that
for the
big
NBA though. This was for the fans.
But
This ain't
Jordan,
got nothing to do
Chicago
with your
is
little
Jordan in
personal
Chicago
grievance.
though, man. His statue outside on the parking lot.
And he couldn't even show up, and his fucking statue was right in there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's a grievance you got with the organization. They ain't got nothing to do with the fans, man.
Hey, man.
Huh?
You ain't. I don't feel like he put on for Chicago anyway. LeBron did more for Chicago than Michael Jordan.
Hey, man, he
What?
did, man.
Oh, that
Thanks for that invitation, LeBron.
He
The
hold down
RPM,
Simeon.
too, man.
Oh, he does.
I didn't catch mine in the
Buy
mail.
all these jerseys and gym shoes and all that for Simeon. That has been a couple years ago too.
No,
LeBron hold it down.
Man, get off LeBron dead.
Hey, man,
Hey,
here we go, man.
I'm just speaking facts.
Y'all
Jordan
fuck-
make y'all buy shoes. LeBron buy y'all shoes.
Exactly.
How you gonna be mad?
How you gonna be mad? Now you gonna be mad.
Issues with Bryant outside the court. All my grievances with Bryant is
I don't fuck with
within.
LeBron. He a Laker now.
Is within the game.
That's over.
But yeah, shout out to Bron. So.
Bron, shout out to you, man. They always say you're not the greatest, man, but everybody not averaging 29, 10, and 12 every goddamn night. Keep doing you.
Right. 100.
Everybody go, hey.
So with that being said, who got next?
what?
I'm just
Since we got strictly NBA.
Hold on. Let me answer first.
Okay, you asked it.
I'm so tired of people talking shit about this kid. He gotta lose weight. He too big.
Zion.
But this nigga played 6 games and can't nobody stop this motherfucker. He gonna get 25 and 15 every fucking night. And ain't shit nobody can do about
But
it.
Nelly, he will have a short career
Oh
if
my
he don't
God.
lose the weight.
Rob,
He is going to be injury prone. Joel Embiid, he's injury prone.
Oh my God.
He has to lose weight.
He done from the
So who
the man is a freak of nature.
So who next?
Every 30
So you
years,
said Zion
I think
the
every
next
30
one.
years, every 30 years we get freak of nature athletes that come around every so often. We don't want to believe it. When LeBron came in the league, he was a one of a kind freak of an athlete.
I get it. But
And
Zion,
he came in the league as a man. There's some people that just got it. And because this kid is bigger than his average kid, doesn't mean that he gotta lose weight. He just big boning like that. But
I ain't never seen a big scale.
but what? And y'all keep saying he's fat. The dude don't have an ounce of fat in his body.
You know
And the
what?
man he jumping 10 stories.
Hey, he jumped from the free throw
got
line,
baby
too.
fat on him.
You know
Why
what?
he don't?
He's looking at
He's
this
close
nigga
to like
cheeks.
what Sean Kemp was in his twilight.
Nah, yeah,
Nah, I mean-
that's like, yeah, he do
he
kind of
got time. He got time. I think
So,
by the end of this season, he gonna be.
He gonna be the
Everybody-
rated off.
Everybody
He gonna be
kept talking
rated
about, well, he playing boys in high school, which is true. So he went to college, dominated. They was like, well, you go to the NBA, they gonna stop that shit.
They're not
Ain't
stopping
nobody
him.
stopping this kid.
They ain't stopped him yet. I'm
Now,
gonna give
let
you
me
that.
ask you this. Should it be Rookie of the Year?
No, it should be close, but I still give it a Josh.
Yeah, I think John Moran
I
should
still
win.
give it a Josh.
Nah,
As long as
yeah.
he's keep doing what he's doing as well.
But if Zion would have started the season, he definitely would have been.
Oh yeah,
He
hands
definitely
down.
would have been.
Because they might have been the 6th seed by now. You know what I'm saying?
They would have won way more
Dude,
games.
this cat
y'all
is
talk
a
about
freak
who
of
the-
nature.
But y'all said who next? You say Giannis Phil G.
Oh, Giannis is now.
Giannis is not.
So I mean,
I think he
you talking
gonna be
about
back to
next,
back
then maybe Zion.
MVP. So I promise you guys, you heard it here at the corner store first, nigga. Jason Tatum gonna be the next one.
Back to the All-Star game. How
Hey.
y'all like the new format?
I'm glad they passed up on that, y'all. I always remember that nigga E said that shit.
The format was great. I like the fact that every quarter they start, first, second, and third quarter they start off from 0 so they can kind of benefit for the charities, and that makes the players play a little bit harder.
They would have started off the fourth quarter from 0, but they tied the third quarter.
They tied it, okay.
That's the only reason. They
Well, the
started.
fourth quarter, the way they played that shit, I love it.
Yeah,
It feels
they
like
had something to play
it almost looked like a street ball game out there. They was hooping, they was playing hard as hell.
So y'all ain't gonna say the obvious though.
What?
What's that?
I don't think they should
So-
pick
so y'all-
teams. I think they
so
should
y'all
be East
didn't-
versus West.
So y'all didn't notice the obvious.
Yeah, I prefer. I think that's
Yeah, East versus West. Yeah, should be.
They totally stole the idea from the
from Ice Cube.
from
shit.
the big three.
Yeah, they
totally
did.
stole the idea from the big
Now
three.
they did do that.
Everybody want to think the obvious, but that's what it was.
I mean, we'll say that, but
Supposedly,
man,
Chris Paul brought this whole idea to the commissioner. I mean, that's where I heard it from.
I mean, regardless, it was a good look. I mean,
But you can't end it on a free throw though. It should have been by 2.
yeah, I get it.
yeah, it gotta be deuce.
Right.
Deuce. You gotta
Right.
deuce it.
Right.
You know, especially in Chicago.
But then
G.
that would have definitely been like the big 3.
Hey, it'd been deuce, man. They motherfuckers still be playing ball now. Pass that shit.
Yeah, Stephen A. had actually said that. He said that if you reach that 157, reach that target via free throw, then you have to win by a field goal.
Yeah, you still gotta
Your
win.
your next point's got to be a field goal in order to win. So.
I'm with that. But in all, man, the game, All-Star Weekend was a success, man. Chi-Town, y'all stand up, man.
I mean, people was playing defense. I mean, like it was no other. Like throughout the whole game, they was playing defense.
No, really. They would have started playing for third and fourth quarter.
I think for people that's in the game, it gets to the point where okay, now I'm actually challenging. I'm actually being challenged by an all-star, so I gotta really buckle down.
Right.
Dude,
So who the best
but
all-star
was it just me though? And it's just me. Defensive wise, Giannis was giving it to LeBron. Defensive wise, Giannis was giving it to LeBron.
Yeah, but
He blocked his shot.
LeBron, what, 18 season now?
So-
Oh, come on, man! Don't do that. Don't do that.
Dude, you play somebody 22 years old and you try to shoot your fadeaway shot. Watch him knock your shit to 63rd, nigga.
Come on, man.
Look, man,
Y'all like to get LeBron.
Giannis a beast. Fuck y'all who don't believe me. Jason the beast. He had 41 today in the loss. But the NBA gonna be straight. People always worry about like what's gonna happen with LeBron, but what happened when Kobe left? What happened when Mike left? The NBA ain't great.
Yeah, I think the NBA is much
The
better
NBA
than,
great
it's,
hands.
it's a lot of talent in the NBA.
Ja Morant, like you said, Ja and Zion, they gonna be. That's the next what Jordan, Magic shit or Bird Magic.
They
or
gonna
just
be
whatever.
linked. Yeah,
They gonna be linked, G.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, the next, we can't end this conversation without giving respect to Kobe and
King.
and his family.
Mamba.
What was you guys at, and what were you guys thinking when you heard the news?
Man, I was actually at my family house, my mom's house, and my wife called me and told me, and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Yeah, he was on a helicopter crash," and I was like, I mean, I was taken back by it because it seemed unreal. Obviously, anytime anybody of that caliber of notoriety ends up dying prematurely, you know, you're taken back by it. You don't really know how to process it immediately. So, yeah, I mean, I was in shock for a while. I just started. I had to tell my dad, my mom. My mom, they don't even follow basketball, but she was shocked. You know what I'm saying? And that's a kind of tragedy. Obviously, you wish never happened, but man, what can you say?
Yeah, I had just got off work, and I mean, I don't listen to the radio on the way home. I was like listening to like a podcast on the way home. So my commute is 45 minutes. So it happened maybe an hour and a half before I found out. But I was kind of like off the grid. So Cassie called like, yeah, like Kobe died in a helicopter accident. I was like, what? I was literally getting off of 95th on the 294. And once I heard it, it's like my stomach turned, man. And I just felt sad throughout that whole night. I mean, I didn't want to do anything. I mean, Chloe was rah-rah and running around, and I'm telling her to be quiet so I could listen to the CNN reports and everything. So, but yeah, I mean, that rest of that night was just crazy. It was just so many emotions, and that was probably the biggest sports tragedy I can think of.
Period.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all know how I feel about it, man. I was asleep and the phone just kept ringing and ringing. People kept calling. I'm looking like, well, all these people calling. They my people, my daughter calling, my niggas calling, Rob, y'all calling. But I'm like, I'm just finna lay down. And I said, you know, they keep ringing. Let me get up and see what's going on. Then my wife, she wake up. She like, man, G, I don't want to tell you this. I'm like, what's wrong? She like, man, Kobe gone. Like, he did, and it was like, shit. Like you say, man, after that, I'm laying in the bed, like, through. Like, I couldn't, yeah, that was it, man. Like I say, man, he was my favorite player. Shit, I had the 8 jersey, 24 jersey, I was what Kanye say. I was trying to get that Kobe number, that 1 over Jordan. I always felt like he could be better than Mike. No disrespect to Mike, I just felt Kobe was the one. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. He was just the closest one to it. So why hate on this nigga? Because he doing some shit we all wanted to be.
That's true. Yeah.
So, man, R.I.P. to that nigga, man.
So how you find out that?
Man, we was actually out furniture shopping. I just got a new bedroom set, and we was out furniture shopping, and you know, we looking, doing our thing, and her son must have called her, but in the process of her son calling her older son, Katrina's older son, and I hit Twitter, and I saw it. At the same time I saw it, she was telling me, she said, Kobe died, and whatever. I heard her talking about it. I'm like, man, this can't be real. And so I went to like CNN. I ain't see anything at first. I went to ESPN. I ain't see anything at first. Like, okay. And then all of a sudden, I'm just started seeing all type of like sources saying that, you know.
I think TMZ was the first to like officially
Yeah.
put it out there.
And that's why, but that's what I'm saying. It was just them. I didn't see any other official source. So I didn't want to overreact. You know how that shit be on. People are quick to kill people nowadays. And then it started coming back. All the news people started reporting it. And I'm like, man. And so that's just the initial shock. And then at this point, now you're hearing that maybe his whole family was on the helicopter.
Yeah, I heard that Rick Fox was on.
I heard
Right.
Rick Fox was
Rick
on
Fox,
there. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then it was like maybe his daughter was on her. And I'm like, no, not him and the kids.
Man.
And then it came back that his daughter. I'm like, nah. That was like a double whammy, man. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? And it's like it just put things in perspective, guys. That like life is too fucking short. You know, it's too fucking short, man. And it's like we ain't lost so many people just way too early. And it's put things in perspective. I know we all got things going on in our lives and shit like that, but if you're going through it, you don't have to go through it alone. Talk to somebody. Say how you feel. I know as men, we always train not to keep the shit in, but I mean, I'm pretty sure when Kobe woke up that day, he didn't expect us not to be coming back home.
Man.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's how he traveled in general via helicopter. I mean, it was just a normal routine for him.
You know, and it's just sad that our life just gone off of just so unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
I just, you know, when I found out about it and the nature of how it happened, I was just kind of like put myself in the situation as like you there with other people, your daughter is there, and as a man, obviously you want to do everything you can to protect your daughter, your family. It's like, man, how scary is that? You know what I'm saying? Like how in the moment of you know, your life possibly, knowing that you probably may not live through this, you got to look at your daughter and be more concerned with her safety, knowing there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Having two daughters, I just can't imagine it.
I'm just thinking like, man, like how was those last moments?
Yeah.
Because you know, it wasn't a quick death. It was like the helicopter was moving all around.
Through the motion.
Through the motion, and you thinking to yourself like, I'm about to die. That gotta be the hardest thing to deal with, man. Knowing that your child's in that.
Right. Because you still got to look at her and say, baby's going to be okay.
Knowing that
You know
it
what I'm saying?
ain't.
Knowing that it ain't.
Yeah, that
And
shit.
then one of the family had the mom and dad, the sister. I think maybe the brother. I'm not sure. But like her whole family gone in one incident.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the one.
Man.
Like
One of the other passengers.
Yeah, one of the passengers.
Big up to them, to their families too, G.
And much love to the Bryant family, man.
It
Everything that they're going through.
It's just
Blessings in
it's just hard, really. It's just hard to kind of go through. On the other, speaking of that though, since we're gonna deep dive in that just a little bit, how do you guys feel about the Gail King situation? About
I
Kobe?
feel like Snoop. I love him, man, but he bitched up, man. You should have kept what you said. Fuck that bitch, man.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that if old school people know, I'm saying that in my busy bone voice, man. Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real, G. Cause she can say she can cut it out however she wants to cut it out. She put Lisa Leslie out there saying like, you don't know who your guy was. What about this and that? Let them get buried for people. That's the only thing that would kill me about people, man. Y'all always bring up that bad shit. Won't she talk about motherfucking Harvey Weinstein? She don't talk about that because that's her boy. Won't she talk about Oprah ass and how she ain't been married yet because Stedman fucking all these niggas in Atlanta?
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
See, y'all should let me drink. Y'all should let me on y'all motherfucking show, man. And don't nobody say nothing bad about Kobe.
What you talking about, y'all show, man? This show too, man.
I'm just saying, man. Don't say nothing bad about Kobe, period, man.
You know
Because
what?
don't forget, we still from Chicago.
I mean, you know what?
You went on a rant.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna give y'all them once a week,
For somebody like Gail, who has, you know, recognition from the media, to stoop so low as to even pull that out of her pocket, it's just sad and pathetic. It's not like she's some unknown person that needs to
be recognized.
Right.
Exactly.
It's some bullshit.
You know, honestly, Gail was feeling herself because she had all this praise from an R. Kelly interview.
But you know what though?
She got a raise after that.
But you know what though? She could have just, if she would have just left the question alone, then when she told Lisa, she's like, you wouldn't have seen it.
The first
That's
question
when
was
I know
fair.
she was pushing it.
I thought the first question was
Yeah,
fair.
I said it was fair too.
But the fact that she was digging.
You know, right? You talking about you wouldn't have known. You was his
Right.
friend.
Yeah.
And that's when she took it too far for me.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't care how they cut it open, how they split that whole interview. You still initiated. You pushed the agenda. You know what I mean? You did it. So however the network cut it up or put it out
Get
there.
it out there,
Right. You said it at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she was taken out of context. I mean, however she said the question.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it was.
Yeah, I think it was totally disrespectful. Not everybody. Now, I just recently just saw something on. I don't know if you ever got into the Red Table Talk with Jada Smith. Snoop was on there, and she made this whole thing making Snoop. He called whatever was going on for me was between Snoop and Gail. She wanted to make it seem like that he said the word bitch, that he was talking about every woman in America.
Oh.
I'm like, come on, Jada.
He was very specific who he was talking about.
Yeah.
He made that video for Gail.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think a lot of black people in positions to, you know, who are in positions to reach a lot of listeners, they still try to cater to that, you know, we all black and we all need to stick together, and if somebody make a move that goes against that movement, you got to put them on blast. And while I agree with that to some degree, I think that Gail made the mistake and she needed to be put on blast.
You say.
Yeah.
You know, she needed to be checked. You don't support somebody who do dumb shit, regardless of where they come from and who they are. You know what I'm saying? You pull her by her collar and let her know, like, look, who you doing this for?
Right.
Because it wasn't for no Kobe fans. It wasn't for the millions of people that was mourning his
It wasn't
death.
for the lady that falsely accused her for
Right,
rape.
exactly. It
Because
wasn't
she knew
for
she
none
was
of
in the fucking wrong.
it. Yeah, she mourning right now too.
Exactly.
You know what she said about the whole situation. So she
You
didn't
just
do
doing
it.
all,
I just think
she
that
just
it
did
kinda
what a
brings
lot of
personal
women
gain.
do.
It kind of brings me back to this whole like Me Too movement and just it's just dude. It's like men get cut off at the knees no matter what. You know what I mean? We can't say certain things to you. We can't talk about certain things. We can't say certain things. It's like, come on, man. It's
Hey.
like, and these same motherfuckers that be talking about, he said, bitch, be the main girl, be like calling her friend her bitch. Bitch, you cute. Bitch, you bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's
But when a
the
guy
thing.
say bitch, it's like, oh my God, you destroying everybody on earth.
Rob, you know that, man. This Me Too shit, man. And you know, we got a few people out there in the Hollywood Hills selling us shit. But this Me Too movement, for real, guys, we laughing. Look, y'all stop it. I understand being negative towards women or just being. Ain't nobody trying to push a lot of women down. We want y'all up there with us. I promise you that. But y'all, like you said, they cutting us off at the knees. Y'all ain't let men be men. Sometimes, I mean, that's what's wrong with this society now, man. Everybody's scared to say something. If you throw a rock in the air, somebody gonna cry. It's like, dude, society fucked up, man. Everybody get offended easily. I don't even know how comedians keep their jobs now. Cause everybody is fucking offended about something.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle because
Shout out to Dave Chappelle, my
he's
nigga.
pushing back on this whole super woke movement out there.
Man.
So I'm glad that he came out
I'm
with that.
glad he came with that.
That-
And
with
people
that
got
special-
mad about
he was like,
that.
you know who was annoying? You ass. Your ass.
Exactly.
I'm like, hey, that was classic, dude.
I love that
was
shit, man.
classic.
Come on, y'all. We gotta get. Hey, look, man. We gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better with this sensitivity shit, man. Sometimes a joke is a joke, and if sometimes a woman get out of hand, this bitch out of hand. Cause guess what? If a guy do it, I'm gonna say he acting like a bitch. Period, man. It's like, I mean, but if some stuff should just be still somewhat, you know what I'm saying? It should still be somewhat, at least a gray area where we can talk shit with you.
Yeah.
You know?
They trying to make everything black and white, which is unfortunate. And plus, like down the road, women are gonna be the ones. Down the road, women are kind of going to like suffer, especially in the corporate American environment, because I mean, women will suffer in corporate America because of these Mike Pence rules, like these.
Wow, he bringing the politicians in.
Oh,
Mike
yeah,
Pence.
here we go. Here
What's
we
the
go.
Mike Pence rules? Let us have it.
Y'all never heard about the Mike Pence
No, I
rules?
want you to just state it for the listeners who don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, Mike Pence, our vice president, he famously said that he would never meet with a woman like alone unless his wife is with him.
Hey,
So I mean,
smart
hey,
man.
yeah, I mean he actually
What
sold
they
it.
say about him though?
No.
That he's too much of a hoe.
No,
No,
you know
no,
what? It's
it's not
because you
that.
got to be protected, man.
Tell
That's
me.
like an NDA, man. That's a non-disclosure agreement. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can be misjudged.
But you shouldn't have to go. It shouldn't have to get to that point.
It's already there, though. It's already there. Like, for me, you know, managing people for so many years, at one point you used to be able to write somebody up and sit down and give them the write-up. Now you got to have a witness. And it's because people started pushing back against that manager and that he say, she say, his word against your word comes into play, and there has to be a third party in order to eliminate, you know, the opportunity for somebody to be misunderstood. So in this case, it's kind of the same scenario. If you don't want a woman to say, "Oh, he tried to touch me," then don't be in the room.
Don't be the room by yourself with her ass.
Right. So
God damn it.
in a nutshell, that's the Mike Pence rule. So anyway, I'm gonna say,
Believe it or not, shout out to Mike Pence, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Pence.
Hey, fuck Mike Pence, nigga.
Nah,
we don't fuck with
nah,
Mike Pence
man.
around
Look
here.
at that.
You
though.
got one good
Who
rule,
y'all-
motherfucker.
who y'all-
You a smart nigga,
Who y'all
man.
voting for? President wise.
Man, here we
Who
go.
y'all looking?
You know what? Honestly,
You better not say Trump. Right?
Hey man, I'm
Stop.
gonna say that for another episode, G.
all right, just real quick. I would have voted for Bernie in 2016 had the DNC not cheated him, but since they cheated him from that nomination, I voted Green Party. If they was to do it again in 2020, I would definitely vote for Trump as a protest vote. But we live in Illinois; it's going to go to the Democrat anyway. So that's just my stance on it anyway. So.
From a logical standpoint,
We finna get
it don't
a
matter.
whole bunch of phone
Basically, what he's
calls,
saying
yeah.
is this is going because we're a democratic state. His vote is not going to change.
I mean,
change anything.
we going to the Democrats anyway.
But the thing
as far as
you got to see though
my
is
individual vote, I'll vote for Trump if the DNC
On what policies though?
ain't gonna see no ain't nobody gonna see your protest. It's gonna be swallowed up in the number of votes. So it really don't really make sense to vote for Trump.
It's just my own personal principle.
So, your personal principle, how can you say in good faith that you vote for a guy that got good morals and got everybody's best interests at heart?
Okay, let me ask you this: Why is Trump the boogeyman? Honestly, it really don't matter who's the president to me. It's not gonna affect my life.
It does affect your life. When he insult Muslims,
who ain't get paid for all last December.
Right, exactly.
How it's gonna affect
Oh, he did. Right? He did. Because of your president, you was at home for 2 months because he froze it. Let me finish.
I was still working.
You was at home for 2 months
You was
because
working
he
back
froze.
in the
He froze the government because he didn't get his money for his wall. Because
For the record-
because Hispanics are thieves and molesters and stuff.
For the record, the government did shut down under Obama as well. So we was in the same situation.
For 3 months.
Under Obama, it was shut down for 2 weeks.
Yeah, clear your thoughts.
Right, exactly. For 3 months, Obama might have had a couple days. This nigga froze government for 3 months.
It was 2
No,
weeks.
2 weeks.
No, it wasn't. It was
The
3
government
months.
typically shuts down, but Trump
It was
was
shut down for like 35 days, I think.
All I'm saying.
Under Obama, it was like 2 weeks.
People always talk about, man, you can't speak politics. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm an asshole or not. You should be. What's so secretive about politics? Either you like them. We can have a healthy debate and disagree at the end of the day.
But Nelly, I'm voting for Bernie. I would love to vote for Bernie, but if they cheat him again, I will vote for Trump.
The thing,
What's wrong
the
with
thing is,
First off, Bernie can't keep running.
The
man.
thing
He's
is,
down to 70
everybody-
years old.
Bernie just won the vote. Shout out to Bernie.
all I'm saying is,
Bernie up on the
all I'm
ballot.
saying is that the Trump election 4 years ago would be a lot different this year for a couple of reasons. I think a lot of people, even though he didn't get the popular vote, I think a lot of people was on the fringe about him anyway. Oh, he's different. He's a new shiny armor, and they didn't know which way to go. Even though Hillary told people that he was crazy.
But they knew that she
So-
was crazy. It's a difference.
But she proved right. This nigga almost put us in a World War III. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is the people this time around who may have been on the fringe or voted for Trump and say, okay, I'm gonna take my chance with him these 4 years. Those might be the ones that come back and bite him in the ass at the end of the day because he hasn't, unless you in that 1%, he hasn't did shit for nobody else.
Yeah.
And then he's clearly a liar. He's clearly a narcissist,
Yeah.
and he doesn't care about anybody else's feelings.
Nelly, yes, all that is true, but as far as with Hillary, she really didn't have a message. Everything was all platitudes.
She
The
didn't.
way he won was that, as far as the Rust Belt, he talked to those people like, hey, I'm going to get you your jobs back from overseas. You all
And
heard.
how'd that work out? He told China to kiss his ass.
I'm saying, but he gave him something.
Yeah. I mean,
He gave him something to
all
vote for.
politicians play into your desires. That's just what they do.
Right.
And he did that flawlessly. And then he didn't have any competition. I clearly stated a long time ago, before their race started, when Hillary won the Democratic nomination,
Bernie should have won that year.
But
It should have been Bernie.
Bernie didn't get it, G.
Yeah.
When we fuck with Bernie, like I said, big shout out again to that Nevada win. Bloomberg, he got this paper, he got ugly.
I ain't fucking with
But that
Bloomberg.
nigga's a goof.
He a
He
racist.
got so many asses coming out.
Yeah, he a goof, man. He a goof.
Trump, New York is one of Trump's favorite places. It wouldn't be his favorite place if it wasn't for
If they didn't fuck
Bloomberg.
with him, run.
So,
Gee.
yeah, for all those black people that's out here that trying to jump on the Bloomberg bandwagon because he got money, y'all need to spend a few minutes just doing the research on New York.
Why is money an issue of politics anyway? It's clearly a conflict of interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, all because you got $300 billion mean you should be president?
Well,
It doesn't mean that.
It's
Ross
who
Perot had that paper back in the days and he couldn't do shit.
Yeah, because he was third party, though.
Yeah, if
but he
he
had the
is,
paper, so we just talking about the paper.
You know what I'm saying? But like, why does money have to be an issue? Either you're a good man with good morals or a good woman with good morals who want to do right by the people. Doesn't matter if
But that's not what politics is
And that's
about.
what you tell him in politics. It ain't no fucking good person. G.
No, it's who can get
Ain't
the
nobody,
most done.
right? Ain't nobody got morals. The politicians,
Come on,
them
man.
niggas, dude.
They all fighting for a lifetime pension.
Dude,
They don't care.
they said Trump. They say, you know what? We got 15 evidence. We got 15 witnesses. We got these two dudes that want to testify. All you gotta do is say, yeah. Every single Republican said no.
Because they worried about losing their job.
If that wasn't immoral,
He fired everybody who go against him.
But I'm just saying
I saw a
that's
TV
strong.
show. I knew he was gonna fire motherfuckers in the White House.
But I'm saying though, that's strong. That you had the evidence and you still not gonna vote yes.
Yeah, that's a crooked government, man. And people overlook that.
Hey,
just because
but they said the most crookedest politicians in America. So, well, in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
They say we got the crookedest politics, but shit, Washington ain't sure. They in close second. Shit.
I'm just saying.
As far as the presidential election is concerned, man, I think that based on the candidates that we have, I don't see that any of the other candidates will have a chance with. I mean, look at Buttigieg. Buttigieg was like number 2. What's his issue?
No, I like
Don't
Kamala
get me wrong.
Harris.
I don't have no problem with Buttigieg. I don't have a problem with gay people. But you put a gay person opposite Trump,
he gonna murder that dude.
Murder them.
He gonna murder him, man.
And all them Catholics,
If you
they gonna
think him
jump
saying
ship.
all the
right
Catholics gonna jay straight down with him. You right?
If you think grab about a pussy is bad, imagine what Trump gonna say about this motherfucker.
Man.
Jeez.
Man.
And y'all can say, "Oh, we more
Kamala Harris
open
jumped
now."
out a while ago, though.
I mean, listen,
But she was so
to be honest with you though,
She was so fine. So you Kamala, man.
to be honest with you, if Bernie do get in, I personally would have seen somebody like younger, like you talk about Pete, but Pete is fresh, he young, he new. You know, another against maybe so, but even
Bernie
like
can hang
I like the Andrew Yang. I like the Yang.
I like the everybody like he ain't want to get that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made his last appearance in that debate. I think it was
So
what was that
I
debate?
mean,
The
but
day before Nevada, the one before that, he came out. He ain't really had much to say in that debate.
He already knew he was
like,
out of there.
Yeah.
I just like how
New Hampshire,
consistent.
New Hampshire, yeah.
I just like how consistent Bernie has been.
Yeah.
My thing is,
Bernie, that dude.
my thing is, dude, like healthcare. To me, that's the big part for me, man. Healthcare. You know how many people die every year for not taking how to make life decisions about medicine or going to the doctor because they don't have any insurance. It's sickening, dude.
Especially when you go to Canada, they gas one on every corner.
I work a full-time job and can't afford to fucking go to the dentist because the insurance don't pay shit.
Yeah.
You know, that is to me it's a robbery.
The free health.
It's just robbery, dude.
Well, I mean, the whole healthcare industry is it's a money game. I don't like going to the doctor at all because I know the minute that I step into the doctor, the point is for them to figure out how much money they can make off me.
Exactly.
They're not really interested in actually taking care of me. Even if the doctor is solely focused on curing me or whatever my ailment is.
It's still a numbers game.
It's still a numbers game. That doctor needs to bring in a certain amount of patients. He has to be have a certain level of success to bring the hospital up.
He or she, because it's the Me Too.
He or she, you know, is a representative of that hospital, and if the hospital ain't doing well, then they'll just get rid of the doctor and find someone who is, you know, reputable, who can bring more money to the hospital. So I'm not.
I had a customer tell me yesterday, guys. This is real talk. She said that her husband went to the doctor. They told him that he had cancer. He passed the next day.
Yeah, damn.
She said that his husband was going back and forth to Rush Hospital for months, saying he wasn't feeling right. He couldn't keep nothing in his stomach. He couldn't. They didn't want to give him a colonoscopy. They tried to give him a colonoscopy 3 times. I think she said that he had to drink this liquid every time, and they denied him every time that he did it. But one time he went to the doctor. He went to another doctor. They told him he needed to go to the emergency room, and that's when they told him they did the colonoscopy. Yeah, that he had stage 4.
Yeah.
He went to hospice that
So
night.
he couldn't eat shit?
My mom is actually in that situation right now. She the doctors say that she probably has had cancer for a year, and my mom has always been an advocate for going to the doctor. You know, she stayed with the doctor. and she's been with the same doctor for a long time. And she just got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, just the 4th of January. And as far as our experience with the hospital, it's been like, I mean, you watch television shows and you get the expectation that when you go to the doctor, you're gonna get a certain level of care. Like it's always some young doctor that's gonna come and jump through hoops. Ain't none of that shit happening. They don't give a fuck about nobody. They checking to see what kind of insurance you got, how much they gonna cover, how much money they can make off you, and if it ain't enough money, they ain't finna invest or investigate. And my mom got federal insurance. You know what I'm saying? She has federal insurance, and still you got doctors coming out. The first words they want to say is, she got 2 options. She can do the chemo, or y'all can, just make her comfortable.
You see what I'm saying, dude? It's like
just
life,
like that.
It's like life decisions.
Healthcare is some bullshit. Man.
It shouldn't come down to life decisions like that to save somebody's life. So to me, that message always been consistent with Bernie. And ain't nobody else but how you gonna pay for it. But then how Trump gonna pay for that damn wall? If they gave him the money, he shut down the nation until they gave him the money to do the wall.
Yeah.
So why couldn't Bernie do the same thing? It's not possible. It is possible. The insurance companies is making all the money. The pharmaceutical companies are making all the money. You cut them off, everything else, how one source, everything else is solved.
It's a flip side to it too. It's like from a legal standpoint, people gonna want to sue crazy. So if the doctor do something wrong, he gonna sue. You know what I'm saying? The nurse do something wrong, they gonna sue. And that's actually what drives the prices of healthcare up so much, because
all the
doctors make mistakes. All the malpractice suits. So,
but why should we be the one to pay that cost though?
I mean, personally, I think that if you go into the medical industry, it should be in your heart to want to help people, and that should be at the forefront. I mean, there's no really good way to gauge how interested a person is in taking care of other people. Some people, obviously, doctors do that shit just because they want to make a doctor salary.
I mean, all doctors take an oath. I mean,
yeah, they take an oath, but how many of them legitimately feel like that's what they there for? You can't really tell. I can take an oath. That don't mean I really believe that shit.
Yeah, but we live in a capitalist society.
Exactly.
And money runs everything.
Money runs everything.
I mean, even Chris Rock said this 20 years ago. Like, the money is in a medicine, not in the cure.
Exactly.
So they're gonna always keep you medicated.
Exactly. Why am I gonna cure you and make no more money when I could partially cure you for a couple weeks and make money off of you for the rest of your life?
Exactly.
That's the game right there.
That's why I say it's a money
ain't
game.
No money
I don't
in
want
the
to
cure, homie. It's money to keep you coming, turn you into that drug addict.
And see, that's the thing though. Like everybody be so focused on, yeah, let's donate to the Cancer Society. Let's donate to the AIDS Society. Let's raise do all these fundraisers for cancer research.
They had these cancer drives for years.
They done had billions of dollars into this. And they ain't figured out nothing yet. They need to be fired then, right? Because I know in my job, if I'm constantly getting paid to do something and I don't come with no answers, I'm not gonna have that job no more.
Exactly.
So
I think as much as advanced we have gotten in technology nowadays, like I'm pretty sure every disease or everything that starts up in the body, it started from somewhere. If you constantly doing testing, like you said, on cancer for 100 years, and you ain't figure out nothing, something's wrong there.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Phil.
You gotta at least know exactly what's causing.
Look at AIDS now. Look at HIV. It used to be HIV, then straight to AIDS. They ain't found something now where, you can live with HIV, Magic Johnson,
for the rest of your
life and be
you
healthy.
You ain't even gotta be Magic Johnson no more, man. They got shit out there that you cool with HIV. You got HIV, you damn near could tell a chick I got it. She be like, shit, me too. But I'm just saying, this cancer shit.
Nowadays,
no, not me too.
Like,
not me too.
They making HIV like the common cold now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They making
it's not
it.
a death sentence.
But that cancer shit, folks, And then you know when you try to read up on that shit, be like, okay, this is where the cancer coming from. You gonna tell me the radiation can kill it? I can't sniff it. And they have you. They tell you stuff. You go through loopholes trying to figure out what to do. And you be looking at these doctors like you say, y'all got all this money, all this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You send the motherfuckers to Mars in 2 years. And you can't get this motherfucker. You can't knock this out.
Why are you steady getting money for it, though? Why are you steady getting money to do all this research and you ain't coming up with nothing? To me, it's like, okay, if you can't come up with a cure, you should be able at this point to explain exactly how this shit is being caused. They can't even tell you exactly how it's being caused.
And it's so different in so many forms of it though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Colon, lungs, throat, skin. There's a lot of cancers out there. And you've been doing a lot of research, like I said, with a lot of money. You can't even say you can at least slow it down or gradually kill it. Like, you can't come up with nothing?
Oh yeah, since y'all past 40, have y'all gotten y'all test yet?
I haven't, but it's but funny story. I haven't, but I went to the dentist a few weeks ago, and they took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was high. You know, now I did hit the pen a couple times before I went in there. But I didn't think it had anything to do with it.
The weed don't have nothing to do with it.
No, weed ain't raising your
The
blood
weed
pressure.
should, whatever it was, the weed brought it down from what it was.
Right, but that was the first time, and then I went back again to get something else done, and they did it, and my blood pressure was high again. So I'm like, because they kept asking me, well, you ever take medicine for it? Never had issues with blood pressure, diabetes, nothing. So now 2 times in a row, my blood pressure is high. So now I've been thinking. I was telling you the other day. I said I need to go for a full exam. You know, just from the heart to the
they kept me in the hospital.
The colon.
They kept me in the hospital almost a week for that blood pressure.
Yeah, I remember.
And then the thing with me was they gave me all this medicine, and the shit started fucking with me. And I do mean fucking with me. Then, you know, you go read these books and get knowledge on, like, all these herbal teas and stuff you can use. But my doctor, to this day, man, I'm not going to say her name and stuff, but she told me, Eric, try that marijuana out. She said, even if you don't smoke it, she said, just eat, like, the edibles and stuff, and just relax. Because I got high blood pressure in my family. She said, you is it's hereditary because we black, happy. But she was like, man, just relax. And it's so hard to say that because you worried about your kids, you gotta go to work, you're doing overtime, you're coming back home, you're still getting drunk and fucked up. Like, your lifestyle is almost like a speedboat. And yeah, we probably need to get out there and exercise part too. But she was like, all you really need to do is sit down and relax. So when I noticed a lot of people doing the little yoga shit and doing the little, you know, sitting back and just relaxing, and I mean, that's what you gotta do sometimes. Yeah, cause my shit was sky high.
Man, high blood pressure is obviously something that affects the black community for a lot of reasons. I mean, everybody's gonna draw back and say it has something to do with the food, fried food, stress. I mean, we you know, as a community, we are probably the most traumatized community.
Yes, we are.
And we completely overlook it like it don't exist.
We call it life.
Yeah, we call it life. You know what I'm saying? We all know people that have died way too young. We done all witnessed at some point probably gunshots, police shooting people, police beating up people, police beating us up. We done been through so much as black people, and it's a normal thing for us. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, but physically, it you know what I'm saying? We're affected by it a lot of times by high blood pressure is one of those symptoms. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to take it into consideration what you've gone through in your life. And even if you don't acknowledge it as something that would affect you physically, the lifestyles that we are prone to or we exist in obviously cause a lot of physical harm to us.
But you know, I think as a people, if we know better now, we'll do better. But if you ride through our neighborhoods, dude, ain't no healthy alternatives for nothing.
It's really
You drive, and you drive in Oak Lawn, you see one big ass liquor store, which is pretty much Benny's, right?
Right.
You go on the south side, 79th Street, and just drive down Halsted. You're gonna see at least 12 liquor stores.
It's one on 79th, 81st, 87th, and one on the
You
corner,
know,
83rd.
and it's like, and then in between those, there's a sub place or
A gyro.
a gyro
Shit,
place or
yeah.
barbecue joint,
Chicken.
You know what I mean?
It's unavoidable, man.
And then, you know, you might have a Subway in between all that.
Shout out to JD Kiss and Styles, man, putting them little juice bars out there.
Oh yeah,
Yonkers,
for sure,
man.
for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think if you just go down 95th and Western and work your way back, they got all type of choices.
Juice bar, I'm telling you, all type of healthy stuff, man.
95th and Western and back. Now you go back, going back to south, going back the other way.
Going
Ain't no
east.
healthy, ain't no healthy alternatives, man.
And plus, recently they like as far as the fast food joints, they allowed the EBT cars too.
What?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
some of the little seafood spots, man.
Yeah,
So now the
you can use your
chicken.
EBT card
Yeah.
at these fast
Yeah.
food joints. So
That's trifling.
Man,
That's it.
listen,
Man,
I'm telling you,
they do what
dude.
they do.
I'm telling you,
You
dude,
be
and
in
it's
line, the
like,
shorty got the motherfucking EBT card in front of you. You like, damn, she finna get
50 wings.
no, shorty getting the crab legs and the shrimp. Go home and make your shorty some greens, man, some baked chicken.
I'm telling you, dude. It's,
Shorty, the baby bigger than us.
I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna say this, fellas. We're gonna move on because I want to talk about the fight this weekend.
Alright.
But being a mailman and working in the government, doing the mailman stuff, I work in the Pilsen neighborhood, and I see how the Hispanics stick together. They build their own, they support their own, and I get the Pilsen part. If you go on the other side of California, which is a little village, you know it's a whole different situation over there. Is they just do what they do for themselves. You ain't gonna see Ahmad in Little Village
Right.
flipping tacos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go to Chinatown, you're not gonna see Jerome in there serving out Korean food. You gonna see it at home. Why is it that if we want to be healthy and we gonna do better in life, we have to start taking care of our own first and foremost? You know,
Which
it's just like, dude, it's ain't nothing in Inglewood right now.
You know
It's
what?
empty lots.
It's funny because me and Mister was talking about this before you guys got here, like how in slavery, you know, black people was basically thrown scraps, and you know we took that food and made it into these magnificent meals, and despite the fact that we was in such turmoil in slavery, you know, we were able to turn, you know, chitlins into a magnificent meal. Slavery went away, and we still eating that shit like we don't have no options.
That's
Like
true, man.
black people, as a people, we need to establish the cutoff point. Like we looking at all of these bad things in front of us that we know we shouldn't be doing, but we not making the decision to stop doing that shit. We taking ownership of it, like it's a good thing. Like the word nigga, like Mister say. You know what I'm saying? We was being called nigga for so long, now only we can call each other nigga. We took ownership, when in fact we should have just eliminated that shit from our vocabulary. It should have been just removed from all existence. And the same thing should have applied to eating hog maw and fucking macaroni and cheese
But
with
you
8
know-
pounds of butter in it.
But
That
you know
shit
what?
should just go
Honestly,
away.
I understand it going away, but sometimes just to, you know, jerk chicken and shit. When the Jamaicans, I was watching something about that this morning. You know, they didn't have shit, so they made this chicken, put it in the ground, barbecued it.
Right.
You know, it's still a thing. And I mean, it's probably more healthier than the shit we had, but I'm just saying.
That's true, though.
But some of the shit that we eat, sometimes it's okay to look back and say, you can eat this because we know back in the day we didn't have shit. And I'm not gonna stop calling y'all niggas. So that's a no.
But the thing is,
but sometimes I understand like too much of anything is bad, but and especially like that. But sometimes, you know, you eat that shit, you be like, man, people really have to eat this.
That
And
was
then you
the only
just-
option.
That was the only option.
But see, that's the
Right.
thing. That
Those
was
are
the only option back then. Now we got more options.
I know, no, I understand.
And
that.
we only
got Whole Foods.
We only
you know?
eating what we have. You know what I'm saying? We only eating by choice. Obviously,
True that.
if you don't want to eat fried chicken every day,
You ain't got to.
You ain't got to.
You right.
You might have to travel a little bit farther. You will travel as far as you need to get them Jordans when they come out.
Exactly.
But you won't go a little bit farther to get something fresh. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna
Farm
ruin your body.
raised.
If you got a smartphone, I mean, all the information you need is out there.
Yeah.
You know, because I was following Dr. Sabi's meal plan. That's how I lost a lot of weight like a couple of years ago. I mean, most of weight loss is really in the dieting versus exercising.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you eat, you know, the bad stuff in moderation, only in moderation, and then you'll be fine in the long term. So, I mean, the Google, okay, Yahoo, just use those search engines to find out anything that you want to find out.
I
Enough of this shit.
I like that. Yeah, enough of that shit.
Enough
We
of
don't
this
swing to
shit.
that because I'm going to fucking Hair Shot Time when we leave here now. All right, now go on to the
Enough
fight.
of the sad shit. Did y'all see the fight this weekend?
I saw the fight this morning right before I went to work. I saw it on YouTube. So,
React. What you think?
you know what? From what I saw, I thought that Wilder, his conditioner wasn't there. Because I thought he was tired in the second round.
He
And
looked bad.
I
You're right.
don't. Not to cut you off, listen. I don't think it was he was tired. He got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Shit.
They was rocking his
Equilibrium
head.
was out. Yeah.
right, but his legs wasn't getting him out of danger. I mean, he was so wobbly and so uncoordinated.
You know what I think? I told this E earlier offline that I think when he got hit behind the head because he had blood coming out of his ear.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
think he had a concussion, which you know, yeah, his balance might have been off because he was shaking. He was shaking the whole fight. Like, he had no balance.
He had no balance.
I think he had a concussion. I think something was wrong with him. Man, he probably should have because. Like he didn't have no type of like snapping his punches anymore. He was just kind of throwing it out there.
Well, like Phil, he spoke eloquently for real on the last segment, but that nigga lost, man. That nigga got his ass whooped, dude. I mean, he came in tough and he looked like he was focused. I'm never gonna say he looked like he was scared or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike Tyson always said, everybody, the shit got a plan till they get hit. And folks, Fury hit his ass. He was jacking him. And dude, I'm looking and I haven't watched Wilder fight that much. I'm gonna be honest, I just watched highlights. But outside of that right punch that he got to knock niggas
He ain't
out,
no boxer.
he ain't no boxer.
Wilder's
G.
not a boxer. He's not.
It's just, you know,
And-
anybody can
and-
fight until you fight Lennox Lewis and you fight a nigga that's really a boxer that's gonna keep your ass away from you and fuck
And
you
his
up.
defense was horrible. Like he had his right hand up and his left hand down, and all
whole
Fury was
time.
doing the whole time was blink him,
He was
spook
fighting
him,
like he was outside
and-
on the corner, huh?
and and Fury was just as tall as he was. So Fury also had nice little reach too. So every time he got beat, kept jabbing,
Kept
beat,
jabbing him, G.
and he kept jabbing. I'm like, why?
Because honestly, I mean, every fighter has like a bad matchup.
Mhm.
Fury is just his bad matchup, and plus with Wilder, he's 6'7".
Yeah.
He's used to fighting people shorter than him
Shorter than him
already.
anyway.
It's just that
Dude.
with this motherfucker that's 2 inches taller than him
Fury-
and weighs
and
40
two-
pounds
yeah.
heavier.
Yeah, Fury
That's a
though.
bad matchup.
Fury,
That's
just-
a bad
Fury was playing old school boxing. He every time he hit him, he'll grab him, he'll clinch him, lean on him, hit him, boom, boom,
He
boom,
was laying him
then
down.
lean on him. He was running him. He was just ran his ass out the whole fucking fight.
Fury just a funny boxer to me, man. I mean, he doing that
awkward.
herky jerky
He
shit.
awkward, right.
And he's so big.
He
man.
awkward, but
He's
he can
not on his
box.
feet.
Hey,
But he- yeah.
I said that. That's one thing I did notice about Fury, man. His foot movement. He was out there dancing his
Yeah.
ass off. And he looked good. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we gotta stick together, fellas. But gee, that white boy came and whooped his ass.
So
he
could-
whooped his ass, and man,
The gypsy whipped his
the
ass.
gypsy
So-
and then sang a song. I got my $80 worth with that boy, man. I swear to God.
Did y'all see Fury lick his tongue out?
He licked his tongue, he licked the blood,
Like
yeah.
he was tasting his
He
blood.
tasting his blood. That's some shit we said when we was shorties, man. Whoop his ass, lick his blood.
I ain't never said.
I ain't never
Yeah.
said that.
I never said
The only-
I was a savage.
That was dramatic, E.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Honestly, Wilder. But honestly, for it to be a heavyweight fight, you know, ain't been no good heavyweight fights in a while. That was still a good fight.
So
It was good even
Let me ask y'all this,
last.
because I mean, I ain't really followed.
I ain't see the fight. I seen the highlights, but I did watch like some highlights of Wilder over the past, and to me, like I say, he never looked like a boxer to me. He just looked like a strong dude throwing a strong nigga throwing punches. Like,
Right.
do we attribute his boxing style to him being black, or his win streaks being because he black? Because non-black people gonna say black people aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so is he a winner because
Well,
he's just black and violent?
Wait. Mayweather black. And he ain't knocking you out. He a boxer.
Mayweather a boxer.
He a boxer.
I can't stand that.
And you ain't
look.
wait.
He a
You
boxer.
ain't finna hit folks, and he gonna tag your ass. Should've lost to Zab Judah. That's for you, Zab. You gotta do better.
It seems to me like historically, like heavyweights though, they look like violent black people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Lennox Lewis didn't.
No, I mean, well, Lennox.
Nah,
No.
because once he spoke, he sounded so eloquent. Because he's from
Lennox-
over the pond.
Lennox is from Great Britain, so
Right.
he wasn't American.
Yeah, see, yep, facts.
Now, Holyfield.
He was a boxer. Holyfield was a boxer. though.
Yeah.
I mean, we got some guys that's boxers, but
Pernell
then you
Whitaker.
got then you got Roy Jones,
Yeah, Roy.
Wilder, the niggas that's swinging because they're aggressive, and if
Roy
they hit
Jones
you,
was a heavyweight, I think.
no,
Light,
he was
he's light,
middleweight.
light,
He
light
middleweight,
heavyweight.
yeah, but he a nigga that's too that if he catch you, but you gotta find somebody. See people like that, you gotta box with him.
Right.
You gotta box with him. If you going that throwing, he gonna connect and he gonna knock you clean the fuck out.
So let's get to the shit. Can Fury beat Joshua?
They said that's the next fight, G.
You know what? I think Fury can beat him.
I think he can too.
And if he do, boy,
I think Fury can
we
beat
done
him.
lost boxing. G.
Ain't no longer a black
Right.
man.
And if he do, we done lost boxing.
Let me ask y'all this, cause I don't really follow boxing and all that type, but being that boxing, there's a great likeliness that boxers are getting concussions during the fight. Why is this still allowed, but in football it's such an issue?
They made that an issue yesterday. Last night they talked about that. The fellas came over to us talk about that. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's because that is your sport, and I mean,
You
It's
expect
been
to
around
get
so
hit in the
long.
head.
It's been
Right.
around so long.
Well, I mean,
too.
you
part of the
expected to
job.
get hit in the head in football.
that's what I. But that's in the helmet. It ain't. Well, they got them now that they
Yeah.
protecting people, but
Yeah, but from what I understand, I guess the NFL, they wasn't trying to pay out like medical
So
bills.
we're back to the healthcare
the
issue.
healthcare, right? Swing back there.
But boxing,
Go see healthcare.
but boxing is ingrained in society.
You see how some of them boxers look after they
Two boxers died, and then a year, within 6 months of each other.
So did
When last time somebody died from football?
after they retired
Heart
for
attack
20
or some
years.
shit, somebody
Yeah.
Right. I'm talking about in game.
Because game, nobody. You know.
Within the
It's-
game.
No, I
it's-
thought somebody did die.
Nah.
In the last 10 years, somebody died on the football.
Google that out there.
I
I had to
gotta
go to
do it.
Google for that one.
Right.
Uh,
Find some healthy food
I
while
remember
you're
like an offensive lineman from the 49ers, he died, but this was like 15 years ago.
Well, dude,
It was like a preseason game.
But
The game
I
was
looked at
ended.
Andre Ward last night, man. He had little glasses on, standing there slitting
Ward
loose.
still looks good. I
Yeah,
mean,
but his eyes look like he got Down syndrome, man. John Boss. I'm sorry, Ward. I looked at you. I saw you last night. I was sober too. Well, this when I saw you, nigga.
What's my man? What's the black ball headed guy that was doing the commentary?
Lennox Lewis, that was
No,
alright.
I thought Bradley looked good too.
Yeah, Bradley look good.
And my man with the break Porter.
With the braids. Hey man,
Oh yeah, Sean
that's
Porter.
a big ass bow tie, necktie you had on last night.
That's how Sean Porter dressed though.
Yeah, I know he think it's the style, but man, that looked like he did have a noose around his fucking
But
neck.
all
That's
I'm saying is, man, and this kind of maybe off subject, but we talking about football and the difference between football and boxing. And maybe this I'm old school in me. You want to make basketball better? Go back to the hand checking. We go from there. If you want to make let football be what it do. Football always been a violent, I'm gonna hit you, get hit or not get hit type of game.
It's a gladiator sport, G.
You can't take the hits out of football.
So
It's
how
gonna
come
happen.
the XFL ain't hitting like that then?
Cause honestly,
It's
go
the-
ahead,
it's
you
the-
go,
it's the
Rob. What you
players.
say?
It's-
Thank you.
I mean, it's to me, I view it as like a developmental league.
I'll give you that. You
That's-
say it's
that's
a
the way
play.
I
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I strongly agree with that. Y'all know football, our favorite sport. Man, that's not the NFL product out there.
No, it's a huge difference if you like just see it. It's not the same game.
And I don't care what you say, you can make a big deal out of it. We standing here, have y'all best XFL team. The Cleveland Browns will beat the shit out their ass, I swear. I mean, I know Jacksonville will beat them. Give me your best XFL team. See, that's like when people be like, Alabama, they so good, and they top 12 players go to the NFL every year. But as a team, Alabama cannot play an NFL team. And the XFL got players, just like Alabama. You know, XFL got some players that probably can make the league.
This is my issue, I think, with the NFL and the XFL. Like, you have so many colleges. A1, is that the
D1.
D1 colleges? Players, typically 54 plus players on a college team. Is it about the
A
same?
little more. Mm-hmm.
So out of those 54 players, probably 10, 20 are going to go pro.
Right.
So you have 34 other players that's never going to see the light of day
In the NFL.
in a professional league.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yet you got 34 players who have families across the entire country who support them. So why not support the XFL if that's an opportunity for them to go to
And nothing wrong with
be
that.
successful?
I give you that. Nothing wrong with that. But it's not the NFL.
But
That's
I mean,
your
is
question.
the XFL fun to watch? Have any of y'all watched any XFL games?
I watched the glimpses of it.
I saw highlights of it, and I mean, just by the highlights, I mean, it's still not the same product though.
But is it not the same product because
They
of
only
the caliber
games
of
into
talent?
it. They
No,
only-
I'm just saying I
I
haven't
ain't
watched
gonna
any
say
of them.
talent. I ain't gonna say talent.
Is the game fun to watch?
I'm gonna tell you this. The NFL been ingrained in us. We all for it.
Yeah.
The NFL been ingrained in us for so long. When the Super Bowl over with, nigga, football season over with.
Right.
And it's really like, you know, it's like, damn, you know, because I want to get into this XFL. I do. But it's
Is
like,
it because you don't know the names?
that could be one, but
Because
you,
I think it's because you don't know the names. Because the same way,
they're known to hate
the
players.
same way as you got Skip to Maloo's out here who could come in the NBA and kill everybody. You got people like that in the XFL.
I think
They
though.
got players.
I think though, if you want to have a perfect example of being the same sport but different rules and how it can work, would be the perfect example to me would be the NBA and the Big Three. Big Three ain't the NBA, but it's so different. At the end of the day, people still want to watch it.
But that's because you got
But-
all NBA
Well, them
players.
NBA players, though.
That too. That's
Right.
my next. That's my
They
next.
all have
and
some names.
that's my next point.
The name.
They got names.
It's the name.
That's the names. Now, the XFL ain't 100% NFL rules, but it's pretty close to it.
Yeah.
And okay, so now it's like, okay, well, who playing? I can't name you nobody from any of those. Now that's what they talking about the Kaepernick thing. Kaepernick wanted an extraordinary amount of money. But just face it, if Kaepernick was playing on one of these teams right now, the whole world would be watching.
That's true.
Because of Kaepernick.
Because of the name, right?
So it's hard to watch watch a team on the TV that you have no clue who they are, and you're not even invested in them at all.
That's right. There's no story behind it.
You know, story behind it. You put Kaepernick at quarterback one of them teams, ESPN, every news company gonna be down there watching this game because he's calling Kaepernick. So I think to me that's the XFL biggest problem. Yeah, maybe football ain't the same, but it's about the names too. You put some big names on them teams, people are gonna watch. You put Antonio Brown on one of them teams, it's gonna be on ESPN that night.
Hey, shout out to Antonio Brown because that's gonna be the only fucking team he can play for.
So the XFL should be actively searching for players that are in their twilight years.
Yeah, just like the big three. Okay, I can agree with that. They think they got a year or two left.
Yeah,
because actually they can try to find Johnny Manziel, Colin Kaepernick, Antonio Brown.
They should be.
I should.
There's Bryant.
It's about and you can improve the product as you go.
Chad Johnson, but he trying to be a kicker though.
Your asshole, Ocho Cinco.
You want to try as a kicker? I'm like, come on, man, you keep bullshitting now.
All I'm saying is, you get those big names, the product can improve as the weeks go on. But the big names, the big names gonna bring.
They got enough money.
They tried it before. They ain't
right, but they got enough money now.
But I'm telling you, the reason for them to go further, they're gonna have to get some big names in those uniforms. It might not happen this year, but if Antonio Brown don't get in back in the league next year, guess what?
You got to. Exactly.
He got to go to the XFL. Everybody gonna be watching him. He gonna move on,
and then he'll go back to the NFL.
So Tom Brady decided not to go to the Raiders or stay in New England. He go to the XFL. Y'all would watch the XFL.
Tom Brady was retired.
Tom Brady will retire before he go to that bullshit.
Tom Brady ain't going now.
Okay, so McMahon offered him $100 million 4 years. You don't think he gonna go?
No,
it's 3 years.
Hey,
2
you
years.
can give him $100 million for the 2 years. Tom Brady be like, I'll take 25 and stay in New England. Fuck out of here, man. Hey Tom, go to the Las Vegas Raiders, man. I gotta get that Brady Raiders jersey, man.
Because the XFL championship don't mean shit.
That's because we haven't given it the opportunity.
But I even give it.
If Brady go to the XFL,
but
how many people gonna be watching the XFL?
Okay,
that first game, he's like, exactly.
They're not around. They're not around anymore.
Like he a has-been.
They're not
my favorite.
So the XFL turns.
They're not around.
They're
not around anymore. But the arena football was pretty exciting because it was different.
It was different, man. We watched arena football.
Yeah. Arena football.
Cause it's fucking 50 yards, man. Mr. House
it was fast. This game was awesome.
This house longer than that fucking field out there, man.
Yeah, like the fans is all.
I went to a game. I went to a game at the Field Arena some years back.
Out of Harvard State.
Yeah. It was.
Wait, what?
Where the fuck was we at? We've been friends for 30 years, nigga. I didn't make this.
What? Big Marcus an XFL on the arena football. He was playing arena football. Jungle. He was playing arena football.
He was practicing.
Shout out to Jungle.
Shout out to Jungle. Make sure you watch this shit. Nah, Jungle, he was on the practice squad. He told me he's practice. He come home with the little cleats and shit.
Yeah, it's full uniform.
He like, what you on? I'm like, getting high, nigga. Take that shit off, man.
But I mean, that's an opportunity for us to support something that's closer to us. Why we don't do it?
Niggas. The word
like
today was
the
niggas.
Chicago Wolves.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not driving over to Allstate.
I'm
not driving to Allstate Arena. I'm gonna take my kids to see Disney out there.
Oh, he brought up the WNBA. Do you watch WNBA?
I will this shit.
Come on TV.
Hey, it do.
Come on network television.
Can I just call it? Ladies, I love you guys.
They need to lower.
You guys can play. But every play is the same. It's either a pass, 3-pointer, or a layup. Now, somebody came and Gerard Morant a dunk on a female. You got me. It just seems
So you
too.
saying basketball is all about dunking on
No,
people?
but it's boring to me.
No, it's
You
not.
know it's
Hey,
boring
they got some
because
good
it ain't
games.
no dunks in the
Look, thanks to Kobe, I started watching the WNBA.
Not to cut you off, E. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. The college game to me is a little more exciting than the WNBA.
College,
The college-
men's
College,
Female-
women,
college
college
basketball
basketball
be the shit.
is a little
So
better
what's
to
the
me than the
change?
WNBA.
UConn basketball is better than the WNBA.
No, Baylor.
Why?
Baylor,
What
Baylor,
I'm just
Baylor-
saying.
What y'all
The
see in
March
these
Madness?
college games that's better than
Like
March
March
is good.
Madness for
I
women?
will watch. Honestly, I don't watch WNBA games.
I think you get wrapped into March Madness because it's March Madness.
You on both sides.
You go both-
Being in
you
the-
get sucked
yeah.
into that period.
So
It's
you
only a
love
month.
it. Right.
What's
The
up? What
3
happened
weeks,
in April, nigga?
and you know, and you happy as hell the weather
What
breaking.
happened in
So
February? Right.
Because the casual fan always fell out of bracket. That's why we all
That's
sucked into
exactly.
it.
That's
Yeah.
why you drawn into.
But
it.
the women basketball, okay, big up to Skylar Diggins. She just signed with
I don't know who that is. I don't
Skylar
care.
Diggins, a little cute little
No,
chick
I'm
point
not
guard.
sorry.
Like the finest WNBA
She's
Ever.
the finest chick out there, hands
You know
down.
Skylar Diggins?
My bad. I don't know.
Gee,
who she is.
that motherfucker
Yeah.
fine and can hoop.
Look at
She
y'all.
was
Y'all
Brittany
sound like a
Griner.
bunch of Harvey Weinsteins up
Hey,
here.
man.
Talking about how fast she is.
Right.
What about her basketball talent?
Hey,
I said she was bad.
she a hooper. She was Brittany Griner. They over Phoenix and
Okay,
shit.
so y'all know at least two basketball
Hey, I
players.
know a whole
that-
bunch of them. Like I said, the women is not the same product, but I will watch them. You know, I can't lie.
What
I'll
needs to
watch.
change in the WNBA? To make it
I
more
said
appealing
what
to
you
the
said.
attitude?
Just lower the rim a couple of inches, so a few of them other chicks can dunk too instead of
So
just 3
is the
girls.
court 94 feet?
It's a regular
same
court.
court.
So they need to shorten the court too.
Nah,
My thing is they should honestly. I'm going to sound sexist, but they need to sexualize them instead of them wearing baggy.
with that.
No.
So they should be
listen.
running around in panties like
No.
the panty league.
I ain't touching that. Right. I ain't touching that one.
No, it's instead of them wearing baggy shorts, have them wear yoga pants. And a
I ain't gonna
jersey.
say I wouldn't enjoy watching it more, but that's still very sexist. Dude.
No, I'm hey.
Yoga pants. Who want to play basketball with some yoga pants? They gonna be sweating in the crotch area.
exactly. I
Nobody
think
wanna
I'm
see
on
no
this side
sweaty-
on this.
Sweaty camel toe.
No, they could all wear
Nah.
black yoga pants and have their team color jersey.
This.
So you think?
I am serious.
I ain't gonna say they ain't gonna work
Hey,
because they
listen,
would work.
listen.
I'll be
We're
watching
trying
that.
not to be part of the
Listen.
Me Too
Ladies,
movement.
ladies, do
I ain't
y'all
touching that one.
wait, ladies, do y'all want to get woke or do y'all want to get paid?
That's
I got
it.
that's my question. So y'all need to be sexualized in these WNBA games. Wear yoga pants, but have your team color jersey on.
Hey,
He the
man,
only Republican in the group, so yeah.
I'm not gonna agree totally with his shit, but I'm not gonna not agree.
I ain't gonna say I wouldn't watch
Right.
it if that's what
You know
y'all
what
had
I'm
on.
saying?
But
Hey,
Nah,
I ain't saying that's what y'all should do.
I gotta support.
Right, I got some support.
they need to find a way to make the game more exciting, ultimately, is what you're trying to say. This is just your version that would make it more exciting.
I mean,
I was trying to
Sexualize
be
it a little
politically
bit more.
correct with the
I
rim
think
being
lowering the
lower.
rim. I think actually shortening the court and lowering the rim will make it more.
Nah, I don't know about shorting the court.
Because that's a long
Them-
way. That's a
them
long
girls-
shot. I
hey,
ain't running 94
hey,
feet back and forth.
Them motherfucking girls still about 6'5", 6'6".
They, don't get me wrong, they hooping. They hooping, but they definitely
What's the court?
need to
What's
have
the
it's the same court.
same court as the men?
It's a they need to they need to have something.
You know what though? If you lower the rim couple inches, 6'7", 6'7".
They gonna yoke that bitch, G, instead of laying
But
up.
you,
I
you
like
still
that
ain't
idea.
gonna never see no
I like that
female
idea.
do no reverse between the leg dunk.
But
That's not
nah, but when you see
It
one
could
do a
happen.
hey,
It
but
could
when you
happen.
see one do a 180 and dunk that bitch, you like, oh shit.
I want to see it.
Right.
I want to see
Lower the rim
5 inches, 5 to 10 inches.
7 to 8 maybe.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
You know what I mean? And like I said, they're athletic enough to dunk the ball,
Right.
but they can't do that on a. If they barely touching the 10-inch, they can definitely do a 7 or 8 at the most.
I ain't saying have it that low. Shit, I could dunk on that, and I'm out of shape. I'm just saying. Hey, man, go get that 8-foot rim. Go play my bench once you grab it.
8-foot rim, I could dunk.
Right, no, I just said a few inches lower, and then you get that.
I ain't dunking on the 7-foot rim.
Him and his bad knees.
You gotta jump 8 feet to dunk 7 feet. So I don't need neither one of these motherfuckers.
This nigga was breathing hard, changing the tire.
I'm out of shape.
I mean, I think the opportunity is there. You know what? Women need to get more into the WNBA. That's just what it is.
They don't watch it.
That's just the problem. Man.
Exactly.
Women are catty.
My
and they don't watch no
solution is
women.
for the casual male fan to watch it. You gotta put them in yoga pants. You gotta sexualize them.
We have to get more women.
Put them pants on, baby girl.
Women need to be more.
Y'all want to wear pants anyway, right?
It's
Dang.
You know what?
It's more women.
The views on the corner store is not
Not all the views.
not all the views are equal.
Yeah. No, man, this nigga getting out of hand.
That's why I'm gonna call myself the token black guy.
But you know what? You
Token
can't
black
be
guy.
really mad at his opinion because it's an entire brown panty football league. So and nobody really watched that shit either, though, man.
Speak for yourself.
Which one?
The brown panty football league.
Oh,
They're in Chicago. Have you been to one of their games?
No.
lingerie football.
Y'all
One of my friends
wanna go?
plays football.
You know what?
I've been to the games. One of my friends plays
I
in the
watch it on
league.
YouTube.
Let's go.
I watch it on YouTube.
Let's make it a guy's day out.
I got that
When
small one.
when is their season?
Their
I have no
season
idea.
starts
Google
right
shit.
before public school
We
ends.
Google it.
It's the summer. It's
We
the summer
Google it.
months.
I
It's
Google
the
it.
summer
Oh yeah,
months.
Google the
Where they play
lingerie
at?
league.
They played a lot of like Chicago public parks.
Hey man, them chicks, I be
They
seeing
got
highlights.
right on
Them
39th
girls
Street.
be serious, G.
Yeah, they be
Dude, they be hitting hard.
It's a flag football. What do you call it? Both sexes league that plays too. They got good games. They have real good games. Yeah, y'all ain't whispering. That might picking up all that, bro. But anyway, so we lower the mics. Lower the rims, and I think shorten the course because I think that's the fatigue.
We almost at 2, man. But
Anyway,
let's
before we gonna cut this podcast short in a minute. But
our first one. Bear with us, y'all. It's our first one.
is there anything you guys want to order? Get off. Say what you need to say. I think every session we like just this is how I feel type of section.
Well, I've been it out how I felt about Gail King is. Fuck her. Pass it on.
I mean, I thought this was therapeutic. I mean, it was just nice to get the fellas together and have a couple topics to talk about. And yeah, I mean, had a good time, man. So definitely gotta do it more often.
Yeah, I wanna before we go, I wanna it's been Black History Month. I think we should all come up with at least an inspirational Black history something before we leave. And just say it, it could be an inspirational quote. It could be something from Martin Luther King or somebody that's in Black history also. While we talking around here, y'all can just find something real quick.
I have one. If there's injustice anywhere, there's injustice everywhere. Martin Luther King. Always resonated with me.
Man, a great rapper once said, man, you might have blood of a slave, but just have a heart of a king, man. No matter what's going on out here, we've been talking about all the stuff that especially these black brothers, black sisters going through out here. Whatever you going through, as long as you a king and your queen in your book, hold your head, you'll be alright, man. Go ahead, G.
1 second, guys.
I got nothing.
Well, you gotta pick something, man. Come on now.
Wasn't that turn to say?
All right, I got one. This is from, and he just recently I don't know if you guys seen the Malcolm X documentary on Netflix.
No.
I started watching it. It's really, really good. And just recently, a couple of days ago, was just the 55th anniversary of his assassination. So this is one of my things that I appreciated from him. You can separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless he has his freedom.
Okay. I'm gonna say that I'm not a person that generally takes from what other people say.
I don't take what other people say to heart like that. So I appreciate you guys having something to draw from. I don't really have anything to draw from. But, I mean, obviously I appreciate my ancestors and all of the sacrifices they made from us. And just from a general standpoint, look to your past to understand and give you direction and how you live your life and move forward into the future. Because you are not the first person to experience what you're experiencing. And there's a lot that you can learn from those who've come before you.
Well, fellas, I think this was a successful first episode. We almost didn't make it. Shout out to Thornton's for selling me the Fister flat because we almost didn't make it here today. So I think, Phil, how can they listen to this podcast?
Yeah, so we're going to, get everything edited, uploaded to SoundCloud. You guys will be able to check out the CornaStore Podcast with the good fellas on SoundCloud. We'll also upload to other podcast sites as soon as everything becomes available, and we'll make sure that we push all of the information onto social media. We'll have a Facebook site up, Twitter site, and Instagram for you guys to access and check out the content.
All right, guys. I think we said enough. Thank everybody for listening. Until next time. Peace.
All right, we out.
I wish I could keep this feeling. On the corner. I wish I could keep this feeling. I wish I could keep this feeling. On the corner. I wish I could keep this feeling. I wish I could.